Hey folks, Robert here, Arcane Wonders. We are going to be doing something special today. We have Benjamin Pope, we have Dylan. They are going to be playing a game of Call of Duty, the board game, and y'all are going to watch. I'm not going to do too much yapping here. I'm just going to be here to heckle them throughout the video. Maybe, make fun of Ben a couple times. Because I assume, Ben, you're going to lose already. Ben, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Benjamin. I'm half of the design team on Call of Duty, and it's a pleasure to be doing this. I'm excited to play this game. I'm as Robert said, I'm probably going to lose. My opponent here he just recently won our tournament, and he's really good. But this should be fun.
All right, and who is our tournament winner who's going to be cleaning the floor with you today? Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dylan. I've been playtesting the game for about the last 5 months now. Been having a blast with it. As they alluded to, they just had a tournament that wrapped up. Recently had won that. Hoping today goes just as well, but I don't know. I haven't seen Ben play before.
Ooh. So you two have never played each other before. Sweet.
Nope.
This bodes even worse for Ben.
It does.
All right,
Scared.
so let's, Ben, any notes? Because we are playing a TTS. This has obviously been one of your testing sandboxes.
Yes.
So I know that you don't have all of the final assets loaded into here because you're constantly making changes. You just want to real quick mention anything in here that anybody watching this should be aware of if they're looking and going, well, that looks weird.
Yeah, these are all prototype assets, so the art is not final. Some of the components are rough, just for play testing, and we're still finalizing some of that. So, if anything looks a little funky, bear in mind.
Yeah, but I do see some stuff that's close to the final. I know Steve-O, our art director, has been crushing it. I've been getting updates from him. So real quick, Ben, who are you going to be? Actually, let's start with Dylan. Dylan, who are you playing as? Who's your operator?
Sure. Today I'm playing as Jacob Thorne, one of my favorite operators in the game. I'm coming in with the dual M1911s and care package for my kill streak. I've got the LMG Finn Klondike weapon, and Lance is going to be my mercenary today.
Sweet. Ben, who are you going to lose with today?
I am playing with the formidable General Shepard, kind of an anti-hero from the series. He's running a light machine gun, the Jackal, with some custom attachments. Currently in my loadout is Dead Silence. It allows me to sprint around the map without any penalty. A drone squad, which will give me a little bit of support in combat. And my mercenary partner is Blaze. He's got a short fuse. He's volatile. He has little grenades he can throw. So it'll be fun to see how he and General Shepard pair together.
You're bringing Brian along for this? I'm sorry, you said Blaze. So Brian Pope is, of course, the other designer of the game.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to let you two take it away in terms of let's get into this. For everyone else, I'm going to stay in this mode for a lot of it on the camera. But when they're doing their plannings, we're gonna take a closer look in. We might get some text. We'll see how this goes with editing.
So for those unfamiliar, we're playing a flag control mode. This is kind of the standard mode to play where you're both trying to make your way to the flag at the center of the map, and over the course of the game, it will rotate position to various areas. It's also kind of a hybrid flag domination / deathmatch game. So we get points for eliminating the opponent and also points for holding the flag. And we're playing to 7 points. First, we're going to start planning, and I'm the red player. He's the blue player. I'm going to be spawning on this side of the map where you see the 1, 2, and 3 and the red numbers. He'll be spawning on the opposite side of the map. Later on, you can kind of spawn wherever you want. We'll cover that when it gets to it. But for now, it's kind of left versus right, and then we're gonna be planning our moves to try and make our way to the flag.
All right.
Awesome.
We're gonna watch Ben plan poorly over here. Already a bad start for you.
Right. I've already messed up.
Look, I don't even need to look at his board. No, you're going to smack right into his gun. So let's go take a look over here at Dylan's planning. Like it. This is really exciting for me as I have not played this game in a hot minute. It's been, I mean, I think the last time I played this with you was probably maybe a month or so after Gen Con last year. So a lot of cool stuff I see has changed since I last took this out for a spin. It's the downside of running this place. I don't get to play things as much. So Ben, is there any sort of time limit on planning?
No, there's not. But I mean, optionally players could time themselves. They feel like some players are taking way too long to plan.
Mm-hmm.
We are playing with quite a few advanced roles in this game. We have our items, our kill streaks, our mercenaries. We got it. We got a lot of stuff to consider that's not necessarily part of the core base experience, and so it can get a little bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
But we find for the most part people plan in a reasonable amount of time, and that's not necessary.
I could see maybe in a tournament environment having a speed timer going though. That'd be cool.
All right, I think I'm just about done. I don't know where you're at, Dylan.
Done planning as well.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start the execution phase of the round. So that was the planning round. It's all done hidden. And then now simultaneously, we're going to act out our planned moves one at a time. And every time we act something, do one step of that movement, we're going to check for line of sight to see if we have combat. All right, so for the first round, we have to show where we spawned in.
But this isn't like move, pull out them rulers. This is just real quick. Boom, you know if you got line of sight, right?
I spawned on node 2, and my mercenary spawned on node 1.
Perfect. My operator spawned on 7. My mercenary spawned on 8.
Nice. All right, move 2. I moved here and looked down the hallway.
Okay.
And then my mercenary went up here. And did you move your mercenary too?
Yeah, my mercenary moved to this green line of sight looking down green, and my
Excellent.
operator was sprinting here. Looks like he did not enter line of sight with your mercenary.
All looks
And
good, yeah.
Here
This
looking
green line of sight splits the map in half. If you've ever played Shoot House, it's like a sniper fest between these two spots. It covers that center lane. All right, move 3. I moved here. I looked out the window and I executed a tactical action. My mercenary stayed here and threw micro grenades. That's his special ability that throws little grenades out. If there's an enemy within exactly 2 spaces, they get hit, but he moved out of the way of that, so he's just fine. The tactical action I executed causes me to halt for the rest of the round. This strategic strike card here. So I will not be able to move to get the flag, but it gives me a +2 bonus in combat.
Great. And then I finished my sprint on the flag, so I'll capture that. And I had also played a tactical action on that action. Mine allows me to rotate to face my opponent before combat. So I will be looking down the blue line of sight.
Excellent. And I'll move this flag control marker over here. It's blue to show that he currently owns the flag, and he will continue to hold it until if I'm able to touch it with a character, or if I'm able to eliminate his entire team. So because he has a mercenary back here, if I eliminate Thorn, he'll still be able to hold the flag because his team has not been eliminated. So we have a combat here.
It also took me a minute to realize that he's still using the Ghost Mini. We didn't change out the Mini, but that's cool.
Yeah, we didn't. But yeah, that's fine. So Ghost is Thorn in this case. Shepard has his actual Mini, though. So you were not in the middle of a sprint. That was like the end of your sprint, right?
That was the end of my sprint, yes.
So there's no sprint penalty. I will have cover, so I'm going to grab this little shield token on the side and bring it back here as a reminder. Now, each of us are simultaneously going to pick a combat card and pick 7 dice that we're going to be using along with that. We were both on target to each other, is that correct?
Yes.
So because we're facing each other, it's critical to be facing each other before you enter combat. We're going to go 2 steps up our tactical tracks here, which is basically just extra damage. All right, now we pick our cards and dice.
And then pew pew.
And then pew pew.
So Ben, real quick, while you're picking these dice, for those who maybe have not watched anything on this, see 3 different colored dice. What's up?
It's true. I'll also mention this is a long range combat, so we're going to start on the 2 space on our weapon boards. Remove his marker over there. And weapons perform differently at different ranges. The 3 colors of dice here, red, green, blue, these are aggressive dice. The blue ones are aim dice, and the green ones are agile dice. So the agile dice represent moving real fast, bunny hopping, strafing, sliding, trying to avoid enemy fire, and being generally quick, trying to get the first hit on your opponent. The aim dice are representing being more careful with your aim. You might be scoping in, you might be just lining up your shot before you fire. And the aggressive dice are, forget aiming. Who has time for that? Let's just go
Spraying
all out.
bullets. It's Scarface up in here.
Empty your magazine as quickly as possible on the opponent. As you're playing Call of Duty, sometimes it's the kind of trio of things that you're trying to manage simultaneously. So when you build a hand of dice, you can mix and match them any way you want. You could roll as, I got 6 aggressive dice. I could roll 6 of those and grab 1 other aim die. I'm going to spend just a tiny bit of time aiming. So this would be a very aggressive, reckless attack. And
you see, that attack, that configuration of dice would be like me in the actual video game. Just spray and pray, and I'm kind of aiming in that general direction.
Yeah. So yeah, you could go out for the all-out dodge, you could go for the sniper shot, or you could do a balanced attack, which is a mix and a little bit safer to being countered.
Right.
So these dice, there's a little bit of a rock, scissors, paper in them. We can maybe get a little bit more into that later, but that's the general idea of how they work. And they also kind of synergize differently with the card that you play. So I might play a card that says headshot, and it gets a lot of firepower if I'm able to aim well. And so obviously if I pick that card, I'm going to want to roll more blue dice.
So right now y'all are picking your dice and your card.
Yep. And my overdrive foregrip allows me to discard a card during combat preparation to gain 2 speed. So I'm going to do that. So that's one thing we've never shown before on camera is these new attachments.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And these.
You want to talk about your attachments?
Yeah,
Dylan?
you guys actually did customize your attachments for this.
That's correct.
These are not even the stock attachments on your weapons. You customize your loadouts.
Yes. Yeah, so my overdrive foregrip allows me to discard a card to gain an additional speed. My optic and barrel increase my accuracy at ranges 1 and 2.
All
So
right.
I did discard an additional card during combat prep to gain fame and 2 tactical bonuses for
Nice.
for 1 for each badge. So Deadly Assault's got 2 badges on it.
So you spent a little bit more time aiming. I went for more of this fast and aggressive attack. I didn't spend any time aiming. We'll have to see how this plays out. Let's roll them. All right. So the first thing we do is we check for first strike. I have a total of 4 speed.
And I have 4 speed as well, due to my overdrive foregrip.
Okay, so there's a tie on speed. No one gets first strike. Normally, first strike will move you up the tactical track. It allows you to win ties and activate other various benefits, but no one has it in this case. The next thing we do is we adjust our aim. So why don't you go first, Dylan?
Sure. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7 aim total on my blue dice. I got 2 aim from my card, And then I had one additional aim from my Reflex Pro optic. And I'll have to subtract your shields or your defense from my aim.
I have 4 plus my cover token, so a total of 6.
Okay, so my 10 aim minus your 6 shields, I go 4 on the aim track. So I'll be in the yellow
You
zone.
landed in the yellow zone. He has a big cliff there between yellow and orange. It's a little unfortunate. He just needed one more aim.
So close.
Yeah,
So
that's not good for me.
All right, I'll go next. I forgot that my tactical bonus gives me +2 bonus in combat, so I'm going to go up my tactical track 2 more. And now my aim, I had 0 aim, but he did have 2 defense, so I'm actually going backwards on my track from my start point. Thankfully, I did not miss my attack. I barely held on there.
So close.
If you go all the way off the end of your board, it's called a critical miss, and it's usually pretty bad news. But that didn't happen, thankfully.
I think given how bad I am at the video game, we should probably just rename it to the Robert Maneuver.
The Robert Maneuver. It's hilarious. So now it's the final phase of combat. We're just going to add up our final firepower, and it comes from 3 different sources. We'll start with Dylan. So because he ended up in the yellow aim zone of his weapon track here, he's taking the yellow number from his card, which is a 5. And then he adds in any aggressive dice he rolled. He rolled 1 and he got a 2, so that's 7 so far. And then his tactical track has a 10 on it. So that's a total of 17 firepower coming at me.
Yep.
I was in the white zone, so I only get a 2 as my starting firepower. And then counting up my aggressive dice here, it looks like 8 and 9 total. +2 is 11. And then +10 from my tactical track is 21. If I added that up correctly. Does that look right to you guys?
It does. If only you had critical missed, had a
I
Robert
know,
Maneuver, and
well,
lost
I feel
all
like
of your red
if
dice.
this one had not been a blank, he might have gotten me. Or if he had one more, like if this hadn't been a blank, he
So
could have.
close.
It was close. Now, because it was such a close combat, 17 to 21 is a delta of 4. If you're within 5 firepower, you wound the other opponent.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and take a wound counter here. Put it on the 2 side. I get 2 wounds.
Yep.
From that combat. So if we were to fight again next round and have this exact same result where I eliminate him and he deals 2 wounds to me, if you ever have 3 or more wounds at any time, you just die. So it'd be a double kill if this happened again next round. The wounds also give you a disadvantage in combat. If I were to enter combat again, I go backwards 2 steps on the tactical track. So I'm going to get 1 point for the kill. Now, crucially, he still has control of this flag. I'm going to go ahead and take him off the main map here, but he still has control. And so unless I'm able to get to the flag or eliminate this mercenary, he's going to get a point for that. And we're going to be tied at the end of this round, it looks like.
So that's a change from the last time I saw it. It used to be if you died, the flag reverted back to neutral.
It does, but only if you eliminate the entire enemy team. So if you're playing just operator versus operator, that is true. You eliminate them, it reverts to neutral. But it's interesting with a team of players. If you have recruits or mercenaries on your side, you can make like daring dashes for the flag like Dylan did, and it can pay off because even if you get eliminated, you might hold on to the flag.
Right, because you're a squad, not just a solo person. Nice.
So I'm not moving anywhere for the whole round because I did that tactical action which caused me to halt. I just kind of posted up in a sniper position. Hey, I'm sorry guys, I'm that camper that everyone hates in Call of Duty. But I was hoping it would work out here.
Are you sponsored by Coleman? Because you a camper.
I think we're moving on to action 4. Is that right? That was action 3.
Yep.
So for the 4th action for the round, I also get a kill streak point for that. I forgot to do that. As you get kills in the game, you get to charge your kill streak meter. It allows you to do these high-powered play these high-powered cards here. I can activate a drone squad, but we'll cover that if I'm able to use it. All right. So for action 4, my mercenary just stayed still. Oh wait, they only have 3 actions. So yeah, of course it stood still. What'd you do? Oh wait, you only have mercenary left, so that's it. That's the end of the round.
Yep, my mercenary stayed here, and he just used his mercenary action to gain 2 aim at long range, but we didn't enter combat.
All right, so end of the round. That flag, since Dylan still controls it, he'll gain a point for it. and then he'll remove his control marker, and it actually moves to a different location. Dylan, why don't you do the honors here?
Sure.
3. So we're going to move the flag all the way down to the bottom of the map here. Top of the map for Dylan, bottom for me. So it's a good distance away from me, especially my 4 mercenary on the opposite end of the map. Now Dylan can spawn his mercenary still on the map, so he'll have to move from there. But his operator can spawn in anywhere that's outside of line of sight of me or the flag. So he can't spawn right next to the flag and just take it, and he can't spawn like right behind me and shoot me in the back.
Is that anywhere within line of sight of you and your mercenary?
And my mercenary, yeah. So he'll have to spawn like in the fog of war, so to speak, around a corner, and then that consumes his first action for the round, and then starting on action 2, he'll be moving around the map. Also, after being eliminated, he gets to draw back up to his full hand size. So he'll get an extra card there. Looks like he got too many. I am down ammo. I only have 2 cards left in my hand. I've already used half my ammo. So if I'm going to have fewer choices in combat. If I'm ever out of ammo, I'll have a big penalty for that. I might want to consider reloading at some point this round.
We are going to check in here now with Thorn and see how he's planning.
Yeah, so I've got to respawn in with my operator. I'm thinking I'm going to come over here. Don't want to give too much away to Ben. He can hear me talking to the viewers.
Ben, don't look at where his hand's at.
I'm zoomed into my map. I can't see
I
anything.
assume so. You just won that first you just won that first combat. You're too confident to cheat at the moment.
I think that should work out nicely.
I like it.
All right, I believe I'm ready.
Just flip your token over. It was upside down.
Change my mind just a little bit here. I'm almost done.
I don't know, Ben. This looks like a good way to get killed.
It does. It really does.
But great way to get killed.
Now, sometimes Yomi Layer 3 looks like it's going to be stupid, but then it works out.
We're gonna take another look over here at Dylan's from that perspective. Oh yeah, this looks like a great way for you to die.
No, you're gonna make me second guess it. All right, I'm locked in. I'm good.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Action number 1. So he's going to show where he spawned, and then we're all going to take a step, except for his operator, who spends the entire action spawning.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so he spawns
right
in here, and my mercenary stayed here on action 1.
Ben, did you think that's where he was going to spawn in?
I actually thought he's going to spawn in on the 2 here. So I moved down and used Shepard's operator ability, his Magnum Blast, because at close range combat, he can, he basically just whipped out his Magnum as he came around the corner, is going to try and blast him in the face. It allows you to deal wounds preemptively before combat begins, giving them a severe penalty. But that didn't happen. I do draw a card for this action, though, even if I don't get to use the Magnum. So I'm going to draw that card now.
That's good for you. You were low on ammo.
It is good, because, yeah. And then my mercenary, he sprinted here for the first step of that action. What about your mercenary?
He remained where he's at.
Okay, and then for my second step, I came here. Looking down the cover around that corner there. All right, that's action 1. Now we're moving to action number 2.
Okay. My operator came down, looking down this blue line of sight.
Nice.
Tactical action, instant perception, to gain on target at combat occurring at range 1 or 2.
Okay. My Shepard, stood still, and he activated dead silence. So dead silence means for the rest of the round, I don't get any penalty during my sprint. So normally when you sprint, you want to do so carefully, because if you get caught in the middle of a sprint, your gun's kind of down, and you're going to have a tactical penalty for that in combat. But dead silence allows you to run around at full speed without, your opponent being able to hear your footsteps. So you can kind of get the drop on them, and it cancels that out. It also allows me to get a free shot in before combat if I catch them off target, like running up behind them.
And you played that as an item? Yeah.
I did. So for the rest of the round, I'm going to enjoy that benefit. It's not doing much for me now, as I'm kind of in this corner here. My mercenary moved here and threw micro grenades, but it looks like we're going to have a combat. So micro grenades, they would normally hit him because he's exactly 2 spaces away, but it happens at the end of the action. So because we're in combat, we actually have to fight first. If he was around a corner, that would have gone better for me. But
if he lives,
protected by the blue line of sight.
But if he lives, those grenades still go off?
No, because he'll eliminate me. So unless we somehow both survive combat, which is extremely rare, those grenades are not going to happen.
Yeah, so my mercenary is looking down the green line of sight. I am not on target to you, but I did activate my mercenary action on this action. So I get 2 aim at long range, which is
okay. Yeah, we're 2 spaces away. That's long range. So he'll get that benefit. He also has cover in my direction. And notice he doesn't need to be looking down that to get the cover benefit. It's like the wall is there, and it just gives him benefit whether or not he's looking down it. So let's go ahead and set up this combat. I'm on target. I'm going 2 steps up the tactical track. He's off target, but he has his other bonus. And then he has his cover token already ready here. Now, mercenaries, both are mercenaries. They're a little bit differently. They work differently than your operator. Rather than picking a card from your hand, they have a dedicated combat card, and it's 2-sided. So you just flip it to the side you want, and they kind of complement each other, doing different kinds of things. And so you'll pick a side, and then you still pick 7 dice like normal, using the same dice pool as your operator. However, they have their own aim track. And so we're going to start on the 2 space of that aim track.
Dylan, I'm going to flip your Merc card here for a second, just to show folks both sides.
Sure. All right, I have my dice selected.
I'm ready as well. Did the Cloud Piercer attack? Interesting combination there. I went for chain reaction, so we're both spending a little bit more time aiming, but he tried to make me miss my attack as well. We'll see if it works out for him. All right, so first we're looking at first strike, and I can tell right now he has much more speed than me. So he's going to go ahead and go 1 space up his tactical track. And he has first strike for the remainder of this, which could be important if we tie or something. We'll keep that in mind. Now we're going to adjust our aim. I'll go first. I have a total of 9 from dice, plus 1 from my card, so I'm going up 10. But he has a total of 8 defense from cover and his dice combined. So that's 10 minus 8. I'm only going up 2 steps, which keeps me thoroughly in the white zone, right in the middle there.
And then I have 5 aim, so well. Here 6, plus 2 more on my card is 8, and then 2 from my mercenary action, so I'm going up 10.
And then I have 2 defense.
2 shields, so I'll go down 2, which keeps me in the red zone.
Nice. You barely held on to red there. All right, now we add it all up. My attack's going to be pretty weak. I get a 1 for my card. Both my aggressive dice only rolled a 1 each, so that's 3, plus my tactical track at 7. So I have or my tactical track was 4, but 3 plus 4 is 7. 7's my final number there.
Okay. I had 16 for being in the red zone on the aim track.
Not even close. Not even close.
Not even remotely close.
Beautifully done. 18 total. Yeah, so it's not within 5 firepower, so I don't even wound as a mercenary. He just eliminates mine. Now mercenaries, they're weaker than operators, so you don't get a game point. You don't get a victory point for eliminating them, but he does get a kill streak point, so he'll get to charge his kill streak up one. And that happens regardless of who gets the elimination. If your team gets it, then you go up. Right, so yeah, he's off the main map. He won't get any more actions this round. That was the end of action 2. So now the round's halfway over. We're going on to action 3.
Yep. My operator advanced towards the flag, and I had activated my operator ability.
Which is?
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
for this action and the remainder of the round, Thorn gains 1 speed and 2 aim. And if I gain first strike in combat, I gain an additional attack bonus for that combat.
Nice. I swiveled to look north up this red line in case someone's coming behind me. I was just checking my corners, and I went into ADS just in case, but nothing happened there. And then your mercenary gets 1 more action here.
Yeah, he just stayed there.
He just stayed there. Okay, he's camping that green line. All right, action 4. This is where it gets interesting. I finally decided to move out of there. So I'm going to do a tactical sprint all the way around this corner with my dead silence on. And it looks like we're going to have combat here. You remained on the flag? For that
I
whole
did,
action.
and I activated my dual M1911s.
Oh, nice. So you got the flag. You're facing me, right? We're both on target.
Yep, I'm looking down blue.
All right, you want to talk about your dual M1911s real quick?
Sure. So when this action is executed, I can immediately discard any number of cards from my hand and then draw to my ammo capacity. I'm not choosing to discard any cards to this ability. I'll just draw 1 card to full. And I also gain 2 speed and attack bonus for this action.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty helpful in combat.
I will discard a card to my overdrive foregrip though once again to gain 2 speed. So I've got a total of 2, 4, 5 speed bonus for this action.
This is our first close range combat because we're at range 1. So we're going to start on the 1 space on our weapon boards using that bottom aim track. I'm going to take a cover token for this. You're going to start on the 4 on the tactical track because of actually higher than that. So you're on target. That's 2 steps. 1 for the M1911s. Did you have a bonus from anything else?
If I win first strike in this combat, I'll get an additional attack bonus. But for my aim at range 1, I do have some attachments that give me additional aim here. I have aim this round.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm wounded. I have 2 wounds. Oh, I forgot. Actually, heal 1 wound at the end of every round. So I'll have one wound remaining.
Yep.
Now, if he wounds me during this combat, I take 2. So 2 plus 1 is still 3. I'll still be eliminated. But I have a -1 tactical track penalty because of that wound. So I'm going to go back down to the 2 there. All right, now we pick a card and dice.
Pulling for you, Dylan. I'm rooting.
Thanks. I'm really debating between which cards to play here. Got a couple good options.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I'm also ready.
All right. Nice. A similar attack. Mine was just a little bit more aggressive.
So I played hypersonic headshot. If I end up in the red zone of the aim meter After applying all aim and defense, I gain 1 firepower per speed I have.
Okay, wow. Good move. I play Total Suppression. No special combat ability. It is more of an aimed attack. This one's more, my card's more interesting as the tactical action.
Yeah, I was thinking.
That is a good
surprised
tactical
you
action.
surprised you didn't hold that for.
Yeah, maybe I should have, but it is what it is.
That's always the trade-off. Like you're like, I really want to use it
Yeah.
for this, but I also really want to use it for this.
All right, so let's look at speed first. So I have an attachment here, which if I'm wounded, I get extra speed. So I'm going to get 2 speed from that, and then I get 3 speed from my die here. So that's 5 total. Looks like you got me beat by a lot.
I've got 5 here, plus 2 on the card is 7. And then I did have 2 from my dual 1911s, 2 from the
9,
overdrive full grip, and 1 from
11,
my operator ability.
12, only 12 speed.
12 speed. I do get
Right?
the
Did I count
additional
that
smash
right?
bonus for that.
Yeah,
He
I'll
fast.
go up 2 on the tactical track.
yeah, he fast.
So for aim, I do have
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 16 aim.
Wow.
And you have, it looks like 6 shields.
Just 6. Yep, that's right.
Okay, so I'll go up 10 on the aim track, which does put me into the red zone.
Nice. Oh man, this is gonna hit so hard.
Mhm.
I had a 11 aim plus, let's see. Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't have 2 speed for my attachment. I was looking at my default attachment. Oh well, you still had it though. Yeah, so I have 11 aim minus 5 defense. Is there anything else that you had for defense?
No additional defense.
So I'm going up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's add it up. I managed to get to orange. It's 11 plus 4 for my die is 15 plus my tactical track at 2 is 17. I don't think it's even enough to wound.
I've got 14 for being in the red.
here it
Plus
comes.
13 on the tactical track is 27.
Oh my
And then I do get
goodness.
an additional firepower for each bolt, each speed bolt that I had. I believe I had 12,
Oh,
so that should be 39.
39. 39. I think that's the high that I've played. That's pretty high firepower.
Man,
Now Dylan's broken this more than I have, so I know he's seen higher. You've seen in the 40s, right?
I've seen a couple 40s. It's rare, but that's a really good attack there.
man,
Yeah, that was.
I
that
think
was
you were
impressive.
killed enough that I should just throw your mini off the table.
Yeah. Can we count that as 2 points? He actually will get 2 points. So he gets 1
Right.
for eliminating me, and then another because he's going to hold the flag until
Yep.
the end of the round. That was action 4. So I'm off the main map. And he gets a kill streak point for that. So are you able to activate this yet? Okay, yeah, you only need 1 point for the care package. So next round he might be using that.
Maybe. I don't want to give anything away.
Ben, you came out so strong in round 1. What happened?
Yeah, I lost it. It's downhill from here. I'm hoping I can get 1 more point before I lose. I'll be happy with that. I'm going to
And it
draw
should be noted
cards.
that my operator ability and my item are both exhausted now.
Hey,
Okay,
but
yeah.
hey, Ben, bonus. Consolation prize. You get
That's-
cards back in your hand.
I got cards back, and
It isn't that you lost. You tactically died so that you could get more stuff.
that's the only reason. See, I'm playing the long game. I'm lulling him into a false sense of security, getting my cards, and I'm going to turn everything around. So his item is exhausted, and his operator ability is exhausted as well. So he'll be a little bit weaker going forward until he's eliminated. So that helps a little bit. And then,
You said you were lulling him, but I heard lol, and I'm like, oh, you're just doing it for the lulls.
just for the lulls. We're going to rotate the flag again. So I'm going to
Yep.
go ahead and roll this objective die. It's going to go to the 1. It keeps hopping to the opposite side of the map. So
Yeah,
it's
I don't like
quite a
that.
ways away from Ghost there. And his mercenary. That might be a little beneficial for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to get over there.
And is there anything else? I think we're just going to start planning now. I get my item back, even though it was exhausted, because I'm respawning. You know, I'm going to take this opportunity and swap out my item for my gas mine. And I'm going to swap out my drone squad for my shock RC as well. Spoiler alert. You might be seeing that. So we're playing with an advanced role that allows you to bring additional items in with your loadout, and then you can change equipment when you respawn.
Right.
So it allows you
But,
to switch.
but
your
only when
strat.
you're respawning.
Only when you
Right.
respawn.
So many consolation prizes for dying.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Unfortunately, you have to get points to win the game. I don't know if you know this. I know you're the designer, but I just want to bring you up to speed on how you win.
I appreciate the pro tips there.
It's a little I'm gonna call it a Madden pro tip. You see, what they really need to do is get points.
Genius.
I think I'm gonna play a little bit more aggressive this round.
Nice.
But I'm completed with my planning.
Ben, have you finished planning your second death yet?
Not quite. I'm almost there.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Okay. Where are you spawning in at?
I spawned in here. Does that mean? It's a little mean, I guess.
Oh, that's fine.
And my mercenary spawned in over here.
Okay. For my action 1, my mercenary sprinted down this blue line
Oh, nice.
and completed movement here.
I
looking down
didn't
yellow.
expect that. I did not expect that. This is bad news already.
And my operator activated his kill streak, the care package. I have to remain stationary in this action to do it. So I'll go down 1 on the kill streak track, and this allows me to draw 4 cards and refresh my item.
Nice. Yeah, he has a huge hand size now. We'll have plenty of options in combat.
So then for action 2,
So to be clear, you can go over your hand with that.
Yes, you can.
Nice.
Temporarily.
Yep.
All right, action 2. I moved here and activated a kill streak. But I don't. Kill streaks happen at the end of the action, and it looks like we're going to be in line of sight. Where did you move?
so my mercenary moved up to 7, and I'm looking down yellow, and I use my mercenary action to gain 2 aim at long range.
Okay. Well played. I'm also looking down yellow, a different yellow. So we're both off target. We kind of just ran in parallel there. Okay, there's someone in my peripheral. So we're gonna have a little surprise combat there where we're both a little off guard. What about your main operator?
Nobody
My main
expects the
operator.
combat.
Started sprinting down this red line here,
Interesting. You're
and
sneaky.
then
Okay.
picked up at 6, looking down yellow.
All right. You did not take the obvious moves. I like it. My mercenary went here and looked down yellow.
He didn't do that.
Okay.
He didn't take the obvious move, Ben,
Oh.
because you took all the obvious moves.
He also
did not
activated
do
micro
that.
grenades, but you're out of range of it by 1, so it doesn't affect you. We're gonna go ahead and do this combat now.
And you should stop activating those micro grenades. They don't seem to work out for you at all.
They don't seem to work very well for me. So because I was activating my kill streak, I was setting up a shock RC. My operator was a little bit distracted here. I get a -2 penalty on the tactical track. So I'm starting out right now. My firepower is a -4. which is horrible. Now, thankfully, I'm on an elevated node here. I'm up on these boxes, which gives me a little bit of a height advantage. I'm going to get a +1 bonus for that. So it helps mitigate that penalty slightly. I'm at a -2 currently. Neither of us are on target. Neither of us have cover. My node has cover in the other direction, but that doesn't count for this. And I think that's everything for setup. And we're going to go ahead and do a combat at long range here at range 2. Now, this is my operator versus his mercenary. It'd be really embarrassing if this mercenary takes me out.
I mean, embarrassing for you.
It'll also be it'll interrupt my kill streak too, so I won't even get to launch it if he's able to defeat me here.
Man, I'm just gonna remind you, he did a lot of firepower the last time with his merc.
He did. That was scary.
Bold dice choice for both of you so far.
Yeah, I think I'm switching mine up here.
Still bold, but a good spread there between the two of you. Oh wait, no, Ben's changing.
Keep second guessing. I think I'm good. I think I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready as well. Oh no.
I went for it, but it looks like he might have enough aim, so we'll see how this plays out. I did outmaneuver. These little icons in the corner, by the way, are badges. They symbolize more powerful cards. They're used in deck building to like purchase better cards. And it's one reason why having a huge hand size like Dylan currently has on his operator is beneficial, because you can play your stronger cards. So he did his Cloud Piercer attack with Lance. Let's see if he's able to get a high enough aim to reach that 16 again, given how much defense it looks like I'm going to have.
I mean, it's gonna be great. You're gonna roll all blanks.
I'm a little nervous about it.
Ooh.
Ooh, I got a good roll.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did.
those are good green dice.
Ooh.
All right, so outmaneuver has this special ability that cancels my opponent's highest aim die and highest agility die. He did not have an agility die. There's no
Nope.
green die here, so it did not get that benefit, but I did cancel his highest aim, which helps me a little bit on the defense. So we're going to look at first. Well, I guess first strike is pretty obvious in this case. It looks like I'm faster. For once, I get it.
Yep.
Because I had first strike, my hair trigger on my my attachment here, my Jackal is going to let me draw a card, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to move 1 up the tactical track, giving me an impressive 0 for tactics so far. Let's see, anything else?
I mean, 0 for using improvement at the moment.
Yeah. All right, that's it for first strike, and then we're going to go ahead and do our aim. I have 5 aim, and he had no defense.
I have no
So-
cover.
Oh, you did no cover, right? You said no cover. Yeah.
No cover.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did not quite make it to orange. I'm only in yellow. As you can see, my card doesn't scale very well, so that's not a big deal. Mostly, you just don't want to critically miss with this card. And let's see, what did you get?
So I have 8 aim here, plus the 2 from my mercenary action, so that's 10 aim total.
Okay, it's not so bad, but I did have
You do have a lot of defense.
9 defense.
So I'll
So
only go up 1, so I made it to the yellow.
It did get you yellow, yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Which is
2.
2.
My card also does not scale very well.
All right, and then we added up. It looks like you're gonna take it.
So I've got 13, I believe.
I got let's see, 6, and then 3 is 9, and 0. So I got 9. You got 13. Well played. That was impressive that you pulled that off, even with
I actually,
Even
when
with
that
that
first
scary
roll,
level
I
of
thought he
defense.
didn't.
I didn't either. I had so many
I
shields, but he still
thought
held
you
on to
had
it.
that for sure.
So because we were within 5, though, he's going to get a double wound on his mercenary, so we'll just keep that on his card. That can affect him in future combats. he'll get a kill streak point, so he's already able to use his care package again. We're going to remove my operator from the map. I do not get to deploy my kill streak, which means I don't have to pay for it either, so I still could use it next round. I still have 1 kill streak point. Now, unfortunately, since that was my operator, he gets another point on the scoreboard. This is not looking good at all.
You know, Ben, when I said you were going to lose terribly, I didn't mean it like this.
Now, Dylan, we discussed beforehand, you're supposed to let me get a few points to make it look like a good fight, right?
That's right. That's right. I remember that.
You got to stick to the plan. All right, so that
Just
was
setting up for a Cinderella story.
yeah, there we go. Who knows? I could have a huge comeback. That was the end of action 2, right?
I mean, I've seen it happen, so.
Yes, that was the end of Act 2.
We have seen it happen. That's true.
That is one of my favorite parts about this game is the epic moments that can occur.
So for action 3, my mercenary started to move up the side here with a sprint.
Okay. My operator had moved to this node, looking down the red and yellow line of sight.
Okay.
And my mercenary for action 3 had moved to this node, looking down yellow towards 4.
All right. Then I'm going to move to the second step of my third action there and go ahead and take the flag. But he is looking down he's looking down the green line of sight here.
So we do not enter combat.
No, we don't. Not with your mercenary at least, but your operator still has a 4th action here.
Yeah, so my operator's action, he starts sprinting down this green line and then ends up here looking down red at the flag.
Oh, you got me. Well, I guess we'll see. Were you sprinting on that, or was it a normal move at the end of that sprint?
Nope, this is where my action 4 ended.
Okay, so he has no sprinting penalty. He's on target. My mercenary is off target. Neither of us is wounded.
And we are at range 2.
Neither of us have cover. We are at range 2.
Okay, this might not be a Cinderella story for you.
It might not be. Well, if he eliminates me, it doesn't look like he made it to the flag at
That's
least.
true.
So the score will stay the same. If I somehow win this fight, then I will at least have half of his points, which is something, I guess.
I will discard a card to gain 2 speed from my overdrive foregrip.
Okay. All right, we'll see. I'm ready when you are.
Yep, I have my dice pool selected.
All right. Big reveal. Nice. Somewhat balanced attack for you.
Yeah, hoping to get a little bit of everything here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're gonna take first strike. Let's see what happens.
Oh no.
Maybe not. All right, so what's your total speed? Because you did your overdrive.
Yeah, so my total
One from
speed is
your card.
2, 3, and 4.
I had 5 because this short fuse attack gives me 1 speed per aggressive die I rolled. I rolled 5, so I have 5 speed. I barely took that by 1. So I'm gonna go up the
Nice.
technical track to the 2. Was at 0. And now we're gonna do aim and defense. I rolled 8 for aim. It looks like you only have 1 defense. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up 7. What's the wrong weapon? Dash 2, so
Man,
1,
this
2,
might be the
3,
day of
4,
the
5, 6,
mercs.
7. Yellow, I didn't quite make it to orange. But my card doesn't scale unless you get to red anyways, in this case. And then what
I
did
had
you get
11
for aim?
aim. 11, and you don't have any.
I have no defense. No defense at all. Who needs defense? Best defense is good offense.
So that did get me into the red zone.
Okay, nice.
Oh, did you gain an additional attack for your
Oh yeah,
short fuse?
my short fuse attack says
Mhm.
if I get first strike, I get an extra bonus. It's worth 2 steps instead of 1. I did make it to the board. Thank you for pointing that out.
No problem. That did get me to the red, so I've got 11 plus 4 from my tactical track is 15, and 2 from my red dice is
17.
17.
Okay, I only had 2 damage for my card, plus 4 from my tactical track is 6, but I got a monstrous roll on my aggressive dice. So that's going to be 10, 18, 23, 20, 24. Is that right? 12, 17, 18, and then it's 20, 24. Yeah.
Mhm.
Very nice.
It is the day of the Mercs.
It is. Wow, a Merc took out an operator back to back. So what was your total again? Your final?
Oh, I had 17.
Okay, yeah. So not within 5. If he had 2 more, it would have been a wound. All right. So because that was his operator, I do get a score for that.
Yep. And the Cinderella story.
It is, and because I held on the flag until the end of the round, I get a point for that. So I'm actually only 1 point behind.
Very nice.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll to rotate the flag again.
Dylan, you know you don't have to
6.
let him catch up and win, right?
I'm not trying to.
That's a good match. All right. Let's see. So both of our operators are spawning in, and both of our mercs are on the board. Pretty close to each other, actually. And the flag rotated down here near the bottom of the map. Bottom center.
Did you wound my mercenary 2 rounds ago? I'm sorry, I forgot
I
to.
wounded him this round, I think. Is that right, Robert?
Yeah, it was this round.
Because you eliminated my operator and I
Yep.
wounded you back,
Yep.
I think.
So your Merc
Okay.
is healing up.
I will just heal 1 wound
Yep.
this round then. So I am spawning in, and the flag had moved to 6. Okay.
Scary.
And I can't spawn within line of sight of the flag or your mercenary,
That's
but
right.
I don't know
yeah.
where your operator is spawning.
Yeah, we could actually spawn on top of each other. It's rare, but it does happen.
But what happens if the two of you spawn in on top of each other?
If we
Again, it's
spawn
pretty
within
rare.
line of sight, we will have an immediate combat. It is pretty rare, but it will occasionally happen. If it's literally on top of each other, the same space, then it's a range 0 combat. Range 0 combat is a form of close combat. There's usually a special space on it on the board. If I'm running something like a shotgun, then that's actually very good because you get to shoot them right in the face. If it's a sniper rifle, it's going to be at a severe penalty. In addition, there's a special role for fighting at range 0, and that we're both considered to be off target. Because in almost every case, it's like you run into each other around a corner and you just bump into each other unprepared. So like neither of you are on target. I'm gonna swap my gas mine out for my dead silence again. I think that was working better for me. But I'm gonna keep my shock RC. All right. Think I'm ready.
No comment on this one. You two just going
I am
dance around
also
each
ready.
other. I see how it is.
Alrighty.
Let's see what happened. I spawned in this building over here.
Oh boy. I spawned in right here
No
looking down
way.
the red.
No way.
And my mercenary started sprinting down blue, going down this red line of sight here.
Okay. All right, that's the first step. My mercenary started sprinting down this site. Looks like we're not gonna have any combat, and I continued to this yellow node down here.
Okay, I continue to this node, but I am looking down blue, not green.
Okay. Oh, so we have a combat here. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, both of our mercenaries are looking the other way, distracted, so they're off target. I do have a cover bonus here, though. There's like a little low barrier that I'm sitting behind.
Those mercs
So
are
I'll
both
take a
very
cover
full of
token.
themselves right now.
They are. They're overconfident from last round. They each got an extra notch on their gun barrel.
Yeah, so my mercenary is wounded, so I will start on the tactical track at -2 because I'm not on target.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
I'm also ready.
All right. You like that attack, that Cloud Piercer attack.
I do. I'm just nervous when with your Blaze's ability, the short fuse.
Yeah,
I keep
the
thinking
short
that you're gonna go
fuse.
for initiative.
Yeah. So I splashed, we had a similar approach here. I splashed him 1 green die just to take the initiative in case he didn't roll any speed, which appears to be the case. But I did my my more aimed attack. So his Lance excels more at aim than my guy does. We'll see how this plays out. We're at severe long range here. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. This is the longest range combat we've had yet. So I'm gonna be near the start of my aim track here. It's not good for me. Lance, on the other hand, again, he excels at long range combat. He's actually starting in yellow. Before anything else, he's
Ooh.
already got a yellow attack. Whereas I got a bit to climb just to get out of white here. All right, let's roll it.
Here.
Ben, what is that roll?
not that great of a roll. Not my best roll. I'm gonna take first strike, so I'll go ahead and go to 7 here on the tactical track. I'm sorry, not 7 because I was not on target. I'm going to 2 on the tactical track. For aim, I had 6. He had no defense. 1 from my card, which gives me a total of 7, which might put me in yellow. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost orange actually.
So close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a jump of +6 if I had 1 more aim.
Very close, but this is shooting each other, not lawn darts or horseshoes.
What's
So
your
I actually
aim
had
there?
14 aim.
Wow, 14 aim.
So I've got 8, 10, 13 from my dicing card, but I also get an additional aim against enemies in cover. So you are in
That's
cover.
right. Lance excels
Yeah.
at picking you off if you're camping
One
behind
more point
cover.
there.
That's
He's a
his passive
sharpshooter.
benefit.
And you have 4 defense.
I have 4 defense.
So we'll go up 10 on the aim then. Which puts me into the red zone. So I do get the full value on my card of 16 plus 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's already way more than enough.
Is 23. Minus 2 though on my tactical track, so I've got 21.
I had 7.
Ben,
Oh,
he gets a
7.
blackjack and you get a whammy.
Yeah. All right, so the mercs faced off, and Lance proved he was superior there.
All right.
It is long range
believe
combat,
now-
to be fair.
I believe now, based on the last round and this round, that Dylan's mercenary has proved himself king of the hill.
He is pretty good. Lance is pretty
Okay.
solid. So my guy
I've been
Blaze
long
does have
sidelines with him.
his passive is volatile. If you kill him with too much firepower, he just explodes and he can damage people around him, but he's far enough away that it's not going to affect him.
Right. It seems like he picked a good merc to counter your merc.
Yeah, that's fair.
As long as he stays at a good distance.
Lance is a good sniper. All right, so that
Yes,
was
he
the end of action 1, right? We only did action 1. Oh, did you get a kill streak point for that?
I did. Yep, I'm up to
Nice.
3 now.
Right. But I tried to launch my kill streak. Please don't say you interrupted it again. I gotta get this kill streak on the ground.
I started sprinting here.
He did. He interrupted it.
He interrupted it, but he's sprinting. And he's
Just give
for
me this
high
one
jump,
RC.
so
I am going to
Yeah.
play a react card, diversion.
Okay, what's that do?
So this
To
allows me to
ignore the-
react as I establish line of sight to an enemy, to ignore combat if I'm sprinting or if the enemy is sprinting.
Okay, interesting. So he had this special react card. We hadn't seen that yet.
no.
He's sprinting by this window here. And you can kind of barely see me, but he's just going to keep on running and choose to avoid combat this round. So,
Yeah,
or
so
this
then I-
next
Is he
step.
though avoiding combat because he's still?
He's not. He's just getting a better position, I think.
I'm just avoiding the sprinting penalty. So I did
Right.
end my sprint here, and I'm looking down blue-green.
Okay, so
Right,
we
that's
still
gonna
have
happen,
combat.
man.
We're still both off target. I'm still facing blue here. I have a cover bonus to him. Crucially, though, because he delayed combat, he won't have a sprinting penalty. So that's going to help him
Oh.
out a little bit.
Yes.
Let's see.
And you are activating your kill streak, you said?
Yeah, so I have a penalty. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to go -2 on the tactical track here. You
is
keep catching me trying to
one.
set up my remote controlled shock RC.
Well, Ben, if you roll well, you could set your little toy cars out there. Okay.
I could. Let's see what happens. This is a range 1 combat, so this is close range.
I will discard a card to gain 2 bolts from the overdrive foregrip.
Okay.
Let's take a peek and see what Ben is choosing for a card, shall we?
I think I'm going with this one.
All right, all right. Let's see what Dylan's using. Okay.
Doesn't get more reliable than that.
If that was a pun, I know what you played. Okay, I am ready.
Okay.
Card 1.
Uh-oh. Those green
Ooh.
got me worried.
Hopefully you got enough blue there. And
Mm-mm.
I played Deadly Assault. If I get first strike, I'm gonna wound him. Right out of the gate here. Oh, you did play Reliable
He
Aim.
did. He did.
Nice. It was a pun.
So I do get 3 aim right off the bat on that card.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll help. I don't think you'll critically miss. Unless I get an amazingly lucky roll.
You got an okay roll.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, but you got really nice aim,
Yeah.
so you're gonna be okay. I think I took first strike. Is that
I have
right?
4
Because you had
speed.
+2. You had 4 total, and then I had 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and take first strike, bringing me to -2. Woohoo!
But
I take
getting a wound,
which takes
sent
me to
to it.
-2.
That's true. That's true. You get a wound, and that means if I'm within 5, this could be a double kill. Now we'll do aim. I only had 4 aim. Minus your 2 defense is +2, which is just enough to get me into yellow.
Very nice.
this card scales well, though.
Yeah, that's actually a good step for me. It's the biggest step on the card between 6 and 9.
So I had 18 aim.
Wow. Your aim is always amazing. I had 8 defense.
Okay, so I'll go up to 10.
Does that still get you to red?
Just barely, it looks
Ah,
like.
that is disgusting.
4, 5,
You got
6,
it.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yep,
So
by
close.
1.
You got it.
So that'll put me at 14 plus 6 is 20, minus 2 is 18.
I only had 10. Yeah, I had
Couldn't even
yeah,
wound him again, man.
I didn't wound him. I was hoping for it because that would at least be a double kill. Well played. Yeah, I got 9 for my card, 3 for this is 12, and then minus 2 on the track is 10. So well played, well played.
Thank you.
Although if you had 1 less aim, that would have been orange. It would have been a double kill, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Those combats can be close
Yeah, it
sometimes.
would have been.
Deceptively close combat.
So since I did play reliable aim, if I survive combat, this card gets returned to my hand.
You know,
All right, yep, that's true. It's a very reliable card.
Ben, you're dead again.
I am dead again, man. I need to learn to look for a safer time to launch these shock RCs. They're not working out that well. They just blow up in my face.
And
In my
Dylan gets
mercenary
a
Okay,
point.
get a point for that. And you get a kill streak point too. Did you already take that?
I did not.
I'm off the map.
I mean,
Like,
you've
that
spent
was
more
action
time off the
2.
map than on it.
I have. You're rubbing it in. Ouch. So the rest of your
Go ahead,
actions, you
then.
can just do them without checking line of sight now.
Sure.
Alright.
I could halt too.
Because your whole squad. Yes, so
That's
he does
true.
have the option to just halt at this point.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so on my planned map, I did plan to use my operator ability and my item. But since he's no longer on the board, I don't know if I want to go through with my actions and exhaust both of those. Because those are pretty valuable things. So I got to kind of decide here if I want to take the point.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
but-
take a point or exhaust 2 of my most valuable assets. I think I got to just take the point.
Good choice.
I will move to the flag.
He
It's
is
gonna
now
cost him.
1 point from winning. Yeah, he has to exhaust those abilities now. So his operator ability and item are used up. He's at 6 points. He needs
Yes.
1 to win because we're only playing to 7. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the die. Dylan, you want to go ahead and do that? We're gonna
Sure.
rotate that flag 1 last time.
Maybe more.
Maybe more. That's true. If I somehow keep capturing it. All right, back to that corner again.
I mean, Ben, that was
Yeah,
pretty
it really
much
was.
you
That's how-
conceding defeat at this point. You're like, just one more
It
time.
was. I like to pre-concede it because I can only go up from here, right? All right, we're gonna start planning a new round. So your mercenary fuels to full now. There's no wound on there at all.
Yes.
And was your
And my
operator
operator?
wounded? What's that doing there?
So when you won first strike, playing Deadly
Yeah.
Assault.
Oh,
you
that's
did
right.
gain
Yeah,
That's just
but
one
it
wound.
also is healing.
So they both heal to full. I'd forgotten about that.
Quite enjoying this. All right, let's check in on Dylan's planning.
I'm gonna do this action 1. For my mercenaries action 3, he actually did move all the way back to the end of the green line of sight. So he's here at the end of the round.
That's my 10-month-old son in the background.
Oh wait, we just thought that was the sound of you crying.
That's just me whining every time I get defeated. Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, I am also ready.
All right, I spawned in this window. Like,
Oh boy.
little cheap, but I'm doing everything I can at this point.
I don't blame you.
And then my
Action
mercenaries
one,
spawn over
yeah.
here. So we're both in the shoot house.
Okay. My operator remained stationary and used his care package.
Okay.
We'll go down and kill 3 point and refresh my item, and then
Look at
draw
this
4
massive
cards.
card draw.
Oof.
I know.
And my mercenary
Just
had
draw your
moved
whole
down
deck.
red and is looking down green.
All right. All right, that's action 1. Action 2. My mercenary's gonna continue looking that way. My operator moved here and then went into ADS. I'm aiming down sight down the yellow path.
Okay. My operator moved down the yellow line of sight. I'm looking down red, yellow, and I did activate my dual 1911s. So I can discard any
Nice.
number of cards and then draw up to ammo capacity.
Wow.
I don't think I'm going to discard any.
Okay.
And I'm already
Yeah,
at
you already got a
capacity.
lot.
So I do get the 2 bolts and tack bonus for this action, but it doesn't look like we're going to enter combat. So I kind of wasted that. However,
Mhm.
my mercenary does move up here and is looking down the yellow line of sight.
Okay, we have a combat.
Range
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Operator versus mercenary. Let's see if you can
This could be it. This
yeah.
could be it
Yeah,
right
this
here.
could be it. This could be game point. If I lose this, it's
Because
game.
so far it's been the Merc show.
I have some advantages, thankfully. Let's see. Do you have cover? You don't. I have cover. I also have an elevation bonus underneath my node here because I'm in the shoot house. We're both on target. And I'm also aiming down sight. So because I pre-scoped, I'm going to get another tactical bonus from that. So it gives me a total of 4 steps in the tactical track. I'm starting out with 10 firepower.
Look,
So if I lose this, it would be really embarrassing.
life is giving you some lemonades, buddy. Either make some lemonade or get scurvy. Your choice.
I've got my work cut out for me here.
Not gonna say that he should have a different configuration of dice over there. But
Who,
you
me
knew
or
what I
Ben?
knew.
Yeah, don't say who, because you got both of us nervous now.
One of you should be a little nervous.
All right, I think I'm sticking with it. It's YOLO at this point.
Alrighty. Uh-oh.
The cone of fire. Oh, you're jousting this time. Interesting, shaking it up. All right, if you get first strike, which looks like you thoroughly have, that's going to give you a pretty good bonus.
Mm-hmm.
My cone of fire allows me to deal collateral damage after combat. His operator is outside of range of it though, so I wasn't really playing it for that effect. It's a nice little perk in certain situations though. All right, I'm gonna roll.
All right. Well, I got some pretty good shields there.
So you get first strike. You can go
Yep.
ahead and take that.
Okay. I'll go up to 7, and then I think I will take the wound. So that'll put me down 1, and then I'll go up 2 attack bonus.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep. He's negated your attack advantage.
So
And
I
let's
do
see, you have 5 defense. And I
5
have 6 aim, so I'm only going up 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 range 4 combat. I'm still in white. And what did you get?
pretty good deal. I've
Yeah,
got
it has a
5
good
aim
base damage on this card.
plus 1 aim against enemies in cover. So I've got a total of 6 aim, and you have 2 shields. So I'll go up 4 on the aim track, which puts me into orange, which matches my reds. So that's all right.
I think you got him, Ben.
I think I did, because I got a decent
Yeah.
roll on my aggressive dice. Let's add it up though. So I got 6 for my card. And then with aggressive dice, that's 10, 11, 14, 19, and then 10 from the tactical trick. track is 29.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just got 20.
Okay, so I avoid the wound.
Yep.
Very nice.
My heartbeat is steadying now.
That Merc held on for quite a while.
He did. I'm
Good.
going to take a kill streak point. Discard my card.
Let me give him credit. He held the line.
That was action 2, right? I think we're all done moving.
That was action 2.
Yep.
Yep, all done moving.
So now action 3, I moved over here and activated a tactical action.
Okay.
I did
I have
rushing
your-
wind. I think you know what's coming. So rushing wind
Oh.
allows me to run at high speed, and I can actually choose to avoid combat if I think it's unfavorable by taking a wound. So it's like he's shooting at me, but I just run through the fire real quick.
Yeah, that's a great card. I am starting a tactical sprint down the green line of sight here.
Okay, my mercenary, this is action 3, right? He used
Yeah.
micro grenades. Finally, a micro grenade hit. This is going to deal 2 wounds. So it doesn't eliminate him. They're just smaller grenades, but he'll take a double wound from that. My mercenary did not move though. He was just continuing to watch that line of sight. It looks like you're going to bypass him and not have combat with him.
Yeah, I'm going to continue my tactical sprint to here, and then I finish the tactical sprint here looking down red.
Okay. And my guy's just there. And then we're going to move on to action 4. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't know you were sprinting. So the micro grenades happens at the end of the action. So you actually you're just outside the range of it.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
So I did not micro grenade you.
Yeah, he just
I thought I
ran
was gonna
right.
get
He just
one.
ran out of them.
He just whipped them the whole game. Thanks, Blaze. All right, action 4. I started a sprint down here. Or did you take the
Okay.
flag?
I moved to the flag to take it, but I'm covering my backside looking down red.
Oh, okay. And we
I did not
already have a
expect
potential
you
combat. So
to
I have a
come this
choice here. I
Mhm.
could engage in combat now. He's facing the wrong way, but I have a double sprint penalty because this is a tactical sprint. So we're kind of
Remember,
on even footing.
But if you don't take him out, he's getting that game point. Depending
I
on
know.
what he's doing. If you don't get into combat on the next one, this is a gamble, son.
So I don't know where he moved next, but my next
Yep.
move is into the flag and then right here behind cover.
Mm.
It might be worth playing that out, but I might potentially have to take 2 wounds to do that, and I might be worse off than I am now.
I am not sprinting. I did just move once to the flag looking down red.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's gonna be Ben.
I think I'm gonna take combat now. I'm gonna just take it now.
boy.
Let's do it.
All
So I
right,
get
I'm
-2 for tactical sprint, but I get +2 for being on target. So I'm starting at 0. Is there anything else? Neither of us have cover. Neither of us are wounded.
Yep, straight up combat.
Straight
Nope.
up combat.
Get some shot in the back.
Dylan, this is for all the marbles.
Well, I will discard a card to the overdrive foregrip to gain 2 bolts.
It's a really good attachment.
I like that one.
It's the first time I'm seeing that attachment. I like it.
What do you think, that one or that one?
Ooh.
I guess I could do this one too. A lot of good options here. One of the benefits of the large hand size.
Oh, I know, but man, that this one here. Discarding
do
this
this.
one could really, I mean, look, you've got to go for it at this point. This is
Good
for the
combo
win.
there.
And I hope you got a good trick. You got something
I
good.
hope so. I hope it works out.
and we are at range 1.
We're at range 1. You ready? Sorry, I'm pressuring you.
Yeah, I am ready.
This is a 4D chess move.
Oh, man.
All right. Oh, wow. We both took a high-risk
boy.
attack. Oh,
Yeah.
man. This could be a double critical miss. We'll see.
Yeah.
Big power slide.
What card did you play? Power Slide.
The power
did
slide gets me a
Devastation.
penalty. It kind of messes up my own aim, too. So I'm going to actually go down to -2, which is not good news. And if we both
It's
critical
really
miss.
not with him playing
Yeah.
Devastation.
Uh-oh.
So I'm
What's that
discarding
doing?
Onslaught to Devastation
Ooh.
to gain 3 aim and 3 tactical track bonuses.
Whoa. All right. This is going to be devastating. Not looking
All right,
good.
let's roll them.
Not looking good.
Oh, a blank aim.
Ooh. Yeah, I did not need a blank game.
You did not need a blank aim.
One step at a time. I guess I had
about to get devastated.
I know, right? I had 8 speed total. What's your speed?
8 speed. I've got 2, 4, 5, and then 6, 7 from my overdrive foregrip. So you do take first strike.
I took it by 1, so I go up to 0. Oh, I forgot about my rugged compensator. I'm on target, so I had another 2 speed, but I guess it doesn't change anything. Draw a card because of my hair trigger. Let's see. And now we're gonna do aim and defense. I had 0 aim, impressively. You had 5 defense. So I'm critically missing.
Oh, perfect.
Ben, I like that you're
Yeah.
going to lose this game in spectacular fashion.
I know it's gonna hurt so bad. See, did I make him critically miss? He had 2 aim.
Plus
No,
Plus
no. He had more aim than that.
Devastation. So I've
Plus,
got 5 aim here.
5 total. Anything else?
I've got 2, 3 for my attachments, so 8 total.
Oh wow, because it's range 1. I forgot
Mhm.
about that. Oh, maybe I should have sprinted through. 8 total. So I had 2, 4, 6, 9 total. So I do move you down 1 from your start position,
Down 1.
which puts you on the
one.
0. You don't
Oh, right
critically
on the
miss.
0.
I needed 1 more defense.
One more shield.
Oh man, that's all right. I would have lost anyways because you're higher on the tactical track.
I mean,
but
listen, Ben, you're losing spectacularly here, but he's scraping by too on this last
Yeah.
one.
Just barely here.
That devastation
let's,
really is pulling this off.
that's a good one.
All right, what do we got?
I had a total of 0. I had exactly 0.
Dylan, can you produce 1?
I've got 7, 8, 9, 10 from the white value on my card. Plus my red dice is 15, 16, 17 total.
17. There you have it, folks. So in case you're not aware, if you critically miss, like you don't get any firepower from your
Yeah.
card, and it cancels all of your red dice.
Yeah.
So all that you have left is your tactical track. In this case, I had a 0 from it. So he defeated me. I don't even wound him back. He gets a point for that, putting him at 7, and then he captures the flag at the end of the round,
Yep.
putting him at 8 to rub it in. Technically, the game ends immediately at 7, but
Yeah.
we'll say you got 8.
Man,
Sounds better.
no, we'll see. It looks better. Ben,
Well played,
you had
Dylan.
pulled within 1,
Good game.
and then what
Good game.
happened? Ben, what happened?
I know. I just I started off okay. When it was 4-3, it was kind of neck and neck, and he just pulled ahead at the end. I kept trying to launch my remote controlled vehicles, and that didn't work out at all.
You got real distracted by those little the remote control vehicles and the micro grenades. I think just really you got real laser
I
focused
missed
on
that
those
micro grenade
things.
by 1 space there. There was a few combats that came down to like 1 aim or 1 defense. I'd say even though he beat me by a fair portion, that it was a decent game overall. I just needed like 7 different combats to go my way to win, right? That's not that many.
All right, so we've heard of you. So Dylan, what happened?
I think having the large hand size to have the most options available for combat cards really helped out. And then, I kept Lance on the long lines of sight. I think that really helped.
Yeah.
limit Ben's availability for moving around the map as much as he probably would have liked to. And yeah, narrowly avoiding the micro grenades a couple times. That's huge because those can be devastating, taking 2 wounds from Blaze.
Just never letting him get those cars out either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always
that
managed to
remote
get in
control
combat
cars
as you were pulling it out.
You kind of play a game of cat and mouse when you launch it. You put it on the map, and I get to make a dynamic decision each round how to drive it. So I have to look where he's moving and kind of guess where he's going. And if I end up within range, he'll start shocking him, and it kind of stun locks him, and eventually eliminate him too. Yeah, but I never got to pull that off. Well played, Dylan.
All
There's
right,
a reason
well-
they call him the king.
Right. Well, so Dylan. All right. The king just won the tournament, and now he just beat one of the
He beat the
co-designers.
designer.
I believe he is now currently the reigning supreme champion, and now
He's the
everyone's
world
got to go
champion.
after him.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Oh, fantastic! Thank you both for doing this.
Yeah. Thank you. It was
Ben-
a pleasure.
Ben,
Thank
do you
Dylan.
have anything you want to say to the backers since this will be going up? They hear from me a lot. They don't hear from you as much.
Yeah, let's see. If you're interested in joining our Discord, we have a very active community. We still do a lot of play testing, and now's your chance to get in before we start shipping this thing to have some input into the design. I'd love to hear what you think. And we'd love to have you. Our community is extremely helpful, and there's people who are always looking for games on weekends and stuff. And we appreciate your support. Thank you so much for supporting this project. We couldn't have done it without you. And,
Yeah, because you're just a few weeks from having to lock things down. So if they want to get in, they should get in now. But
This is your chance.
Even if they just want to get in to play with people, I know our playtesters are always looking for opponents to beat up on.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe you could be the one to dethrone Dylan.
Right. Dylan, do you
Yep,
have
right
any
on.
closing thoughts?
Just wanted to thank both of you for letting me be here today. This was a real honor to be able to meet you, Robert, and play with you, Ben. Playtesting has been a great experience, and I'm really excited to get this game to the table.
It was fun.
All right, thank you, everyone. I'm gonna close it here. I'm gonna spend the evening enjoying that Ben got beat, and take care. Bye.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks, bye.